you can see her now, absolutely loves hacking out, really dislikes schoolwork. And I've got to say, I was never really into it myself. I managed to get 8 O-levels and a CSE, but then I left school and I went to it for Barclays Bank. Didn't stay there long because it was as boring as anything. When you're an outdoors person, it's boring, isn't it? You can imagine if you're stuck in an office when it's not your thing. So I understand why she gets upset about school. I used to dislike it immensely. I mean, I used to have to go because you have to, don't you? But if there was a choice, I wouldn't have gone. I would have left school at a very early age, probably 5, never to be seen again. But of course, you can't do that, and rightly so. You need the education, otherwise you're never going to get on in life if you don't have some education. Learn to read and write. It's very important nowadays, isn't it, to have that sort of thing and basics. Good girl. Stand. Back. Good girl. Walk and wait. Good girl. So I think, as I was saying, I think it's a bit of ignorance on some people's part. I think some people are just nasty, and they enjoy being nasty to other people because it makes them feel superior, I think. A lot of it, though, is ignorance, because you don't see horses that are difficult on YouTube very often, because people don't want to get the nasty comments that you do get when people don't understand what's going on. And you can't let the horse rule the roost, because they could kill you. They really can kill you. And they wouldn't even think twice about it. Well, they wouldn't care. It wouldn't even register that they've hurt you. So it's not that you're doing it to be nasty, or you should leave them to be natural. Well, this isn't the room nowadays for horses to be running wild. Everything's so built up, so the horse has to play its part, earn its keep, as it were. If it's just a companion, it's just a companion, therefore it's earning its keep. But if you're wanting to ride, then they really have to be trained. And some horses just don't want to do the schoolwork, i.e. Bella. Farouk was fine with schoolwork, he just wasn't very adept at it because of the way he's built. Bella's, of course, very athletic. That's because of her ancestry, bullfighting, if you've ever seen any videos of that. Not that I'm recommending that you watch them, really, but it's very interesting when you see a horse stopping, going, turning really, really quickly. It's amazing, and that's what this breed does. Andalusians and Lusitanos. They've got, decades, if not 100 or more years doing it. So you just have to be patient and persevere, and you just have to ignore the people that think they know what they're talking about. And quite often they'll say, I don't know anything about horses, but... You see, and then they go on to give you a list of what you should be doing, and you just have to ignore it. If you want professional advice, whether it's horses, dogs, or office work, then you seek a professional. You don't have somebody that has nothing on their channel to even say they've even sat on a horse. And you just choose somebody that can really help you, not somebody that thinks they know what they're doing. You must get somebody, and preferably somebody qualified, because then they've got the skills to pass on that knowledge. Because teaching is not just about somebody that can do it. You have to be able to tell somebody how to do it, such as Carl Hester. He's a great teacher. I'm sure if you have watched one of Bella's latest jumping videos, and you can see her ears and you can see how defiant she is, and she won't walk. But you see, we've walked all this way. We haven't trotted at all. She's put 1 or 2 little tiny trot steps in, little jog, but nothing. This is because she really likes this. And if she had a back problem, as I've said before, it wouldn't just show up in the menage. It would show up in the field, it would show up in the paddock, it would show up when you're out hacking. Flies are just bothering her. Tomorrow I'm going to put a fly mask on because it really bothers her, and then she starts shoving her head about and pulling on the reins, and it's unpleasant when they're pulling on the reins because they want to be moving their head too much. Right? I mean, you can understand them wanting to move their head a bit, a little bit of a shake or a little nod, but the trouble is quite often they do a really long pull of the reins down to get the reins off completely so they can just throw themselves about however they want to. Good girl, Bella. Right, we'll have a little long and low, so then you can just do with your head what you like. So I don't mind when it's long and low, loose rein. That's fine. She can do what she wants then. Well, within reason. You know, we don't want jogging off or anything like that. It's interesting, isn't it? These little layers of wood along there. I don't know what that's for. It's like it's almost like starting a little hedge, isn't it? Like the old laying of a hedge. But obviously that's not laying of a hedge because it's not connected to a living branch, a living tree. No, don't be going up there. Good girl. Good girl. That's well done. Slow. Good girl. Steady. Yes, that was a bit echoey when I said good girl, wasn't it? Tomorrow we're going on a 20-kilometre endurance ride. As you know, I don't do it competitively anymore, so there's no vetting or anything like that. So no fast work today. We're just going to, well, if she'll keep at the walk, I'll keep her at the walk, because that would be very good for her mentally to keep at the walk. She'll hopefully get more used to it, because she's of course a little firecracker. She loves to go, and I can't blame her because I do love to gallop. But she's not old enough really yet to do any real fast work. We've had a little bit now and again, but I tend to keep her at the slow canter. I have found, because I do like hot horses. I like hot horses, I like them forward going, and when you're starting youngsters off, which I have done, as you know, Farouk for instance, you can't get much hotter than a Farouk, it's best to keep them walk and trot. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon. We love reading the comments, we love emojis, and we'd love a thumbs up.